Good evening. Welcome to the one and only official JAG racing stream for JAG Elite tonight. No assist league. It's the big boys.
Welcome.
Yes,
That's
as you can
Silverstone,
hear. Yeah, great track. One of our favourites.
one of everyone's favourites. Guaranteed an entertaining race around here.
Oh yeah, always action here.
And the
Hello to
weather,
everybody. Tune in,
obviously,
as you can
England.
hear. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we could have a wet race tonight, couldn't we? There's a big,
Could be raining
even quali.
at any point. Any point of
Yeah.
this.
As you can hear, I'm joined, as always, by my main man, Louis_2554.
Yep, that is my full name.
That's actually his real name on
That's
his
my
birth
passport
certificate.
name.
Yeah.
Alright,
Here we
get into
go.
this momentarily. Short quali session today, so one 18-minute session. Followed by
Well,
29 laps, I believe.
the last Jag Elite race at Monza, the qualified in that. Let's hope we get some of that today.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant qualifying. I think it was 400th between pole and P2 in the end, I believe, last week. So some more of that would be lovely.
I've got some inside information tonight from Wes Snipes. He's got a new steering wheel.
It does indeed.
And he's been sweating it
Ferrari
out today.
replica steering wheel, looking very nice. Hopefully that can give him a bit of extra pace.
It is a lovely wheel, to be fair.
It's better than our controllers, isn't it?
No. Yeah, of course it is.
Alright, here we go. Qualifying is underway. We'll see who's gonna go out first.
Let's get some.
Doesn't look like anyone's rushing out at the minute. I think that's a Red Bull.
I think the Red Bull, yeah.
Yep.
And is that a Haas or is that an Alfa Romeo? Is
I
Alfa
think that
Romeo?
flag is Wiggy from Vietnam. Not sure that's correct. He's got the Vietnam flag next to his name on his garage, though. So he must be.
That famous Vietnamese surname there. So DJ Donnet I think he was the first out, wasn't he? Let's have a look what he's doing. Well, it's only an out lap, so. Remember, at any time, no assists. We could be seeing some spins, some crashes. But I do think that we'll still see great racing at the top.
We should, yeah, for sure.
Careful with them tyres, Donnet.
I think DJ Donnet is going to be. Yeah, I think he's in the lead at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah, he was the
first
out.
To set a lap.
If you've not watched the stream before, welcome, firstly. And yeah, we've commentated on Silverstone before, and it's a fast track, lots of sweeping corners, but it's a more awkward track than it seems. I mean, you come down here into Stowe, is this corner, Louis? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a difficult corner. It looks, if you're looking at the screen now, it just looks like a sweeping right-hander. It's very deceptive.
Yeah, this is one of the tracks on the game where F1 mechanics just don't really apply. The amount of grip that you should have in an F1 car, you just don't have on this track for some reason. Donnet's just
he's come back in. I guess we go to Wiggy, I think.
It just seems like on this track, even with full assists, so easy to spin, lose the rear. The car just doesn't grip at all.
Would you like to take us through Wiggy's lap?
I'll do it in a bit when we get a more faster lap.
Okay.
Once I warmed up, because as you see there, they're not,
bit of a slide.
They're not on it yet.
Red Bull with the same livery it's had for the past million years. And kind of unusually, Wiggy and Cheb not on the same team tonight.
Yeah, they do normally gravitate towards each other. Obviously, Chev, I don't think raced last week, did he?
No, he missed last week. He was away, I believe, on
Trying to
holiday.
remember last week's race. I know Super Mickey was up there before. I think he spun at some point.
Yeah,
I
there's
can't
a.
really remember.
I mean, as you can see,
Sergat
there's.
was up
Oh,
there.
Sagat is
He
the
looks
man.
quick. Yeah.
So there's only 15 this week. There's been unfortunately a couple of people that can't make it tonight, so it's a shame really, because I think a couple of them that are missing will be up there.
Yep.
But I don't think it'll take anything away from the race. I think we'll still see great racing tonight. This track lends itself to that.
Mixed conditions. We do love a mixed conditions, so I won't mind that. There's a 129.27 for Wee. That's instantly beat by by 8/10 by Tom B.
I'll try and get some. I'll try and get a weather report if I can.
Wait. Obviously, up in the commentary box, we don't have access to any kind of weather apps. We know nothing about the weather. Darioji, 28.1. Provisional pole position. Sergat by 100th into provisional pole. Graham by 6/10. 6/10 into provisional pole position. That's a good lap. 27.5 for Graham. For Greg Graffam. Sorry. That's Puneet. 10th behind him in P2.
I think Cheb's just finished sector 1, so we can ride on board for him for a second while I get my get the old weather report going. Tonight's video is brought to you by Express BPM. No, it's not really. Just every other YouTube video I watch.
Yeah. Tidy from Cheb through there. Get a good exit. Just invalidate, I think, just slightly off track there. Not ideal. I think most people come back into the pits. Yeah, we got DJ Donnet on a lap, just coming through sector 1.
Well, ride on board with Donnet then, why not? So the provisional weather report, it seems dry for all of qualifying and the race. Looks like we're going to have a dry race.
So DJ goes fastest of anyone through sector 1. A bit disappointing about the weather. We do like a mixed conditions, but I'd rather it be fully dry than fully wet. So shouldn't.
Yeah.
These guys on no assists. A wet race could have been extremely problematic for a few of them. Extremely tough.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that a few of the people that are racing tonight, seeing that that weather report that it's going to be dry. Fastest sector 2 there, by the way, as well.
Yeah, DJ's on a good lap here. If he can keep the car stable through Stowe. Getting a good exit.
Oh, his limit. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Unlucky.
That was looking like provisional pole position as well. There for DJ, but that's unfortunate.
Puneet's almost a 10th up through sector 1 on his own time. Yeah, so I can imagine a few of the drivers, seeing that the race was going to be dry and the qualifying, were quite happy on the inside.
I think so, especially these guys. They're not too experienced with the no assists. Most of these guys only just turning them off in the last few weeks. Not a lot of practice, so it doesn't need to be any harder than it already is going to be for them.
As I've mentioned before, I give full credit to everyone on the grid for putting no assists on and giving it a go.
It's tricky. Yeah, it's extremely tricky.
Oh, and this Stowe. There's Stowe.
Stowe is such a difficult corner. Understeer on the entry, oversteer on the exit.
He's on a good lap there as well.
He was on a good lap. I think he was about even with his time. But he'll come back. There's obviously extremely slow pit lane here, 38 mile an hour, and I think it's about 40 seconds from start to the pit lane. It's probably, I think it's the longest pit lane on the calendar. It's just so slow.
Do I remember rightly in thinking that the undercut is good around here?
Yeah, the undercut is powerful around here. So I
Expect to
think
see that.
even one lap, even if you pit one lap before another driver, that can get you a second and a half, 2 second undercut on the car in front. So it'd be interesting to see what the drivers do with strategy. Right,
Massively.
obviously, medium hard or hard medium will be the strategy.
I mean, it's massively important, the strategy tonight. If there's a safety car, the time that you're gonna, you're gonna save.
Yeah, or even a VSC.
Yeah.
You'll save a lot of time.
If you
slow.
pit that one lap earlier than the safety car, and then everyone pits, and it can be.
Yep, safety car do lots to spice it up. I think Sergat starting the lap now.
Yeah. Well, I'm riding on board with him right now. We can see how he gets on. Down in third at the minute, so I'm sure he will.
5/10 away from second. It's quite a big gap. Quite a big gap there as he runs a little bit wide.
I'm not surprised to see Greg with the pace. He's so fast. I think he's quite underrated by a few people.
Yeah.
People see him in the JAG 2 league.
Yeah. Got a 10th up at the minute through sector 1. Purple in sector 1 actually. So he must have had a pretty good sector 1 on his previous lap. Let's see if he can make a bit of time up through sector 2 and 3. Coming into Corps, little lift back on the power, not running too wide. Magnus and Beckett's one of the nicest set of corners on the entire calendar, absolutely iconic.
Oh, did he lose it a little bit through there?
Getting an exit, and he's invalidated on the exit. We've seen that a few times already in this qualifying session, people invalidated on the exit. 7/10 up as well, so that was going to be good enough for pole position, depending on his sector 3 obviously. Super Mickey by 200ths takes provisional pole position. That's a nice lap from him. Purple every sector, I believe. That is a very handy lap.
That is very nice. Oh, Derry's pitted in. Let's go down to one of the guys that
I think in a minute.
That hasn't been featured as yet.
I think DJ,
Chris. I think Chris is the first back. Is he coming into his? Yeah. Why not?
Coming through sector 3. He's got into
yeah.
Seville chicane. A little bit slow through there. Easy to lose the rear on the exit here. Got to get nice and close to the apex.
Got to get out of the way. Oh, there's a little touch there on.
Who are you riding on board with, Chris?
DJ Donnet here. There's a little. He had a little touch.
Yep.
He might have been with Chris to be fair, through Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah.
Just touched the rear of him there.
And he's going to come into the pits. He's probably only going to have one lap, I think, to get this right.
I think Chris is too. That's a big pressure lap there.
Wiggy's going to come into the pits, 1.5 seconds down on his time. We've got Greg on a lap at the minute. He is currently 0.5 tenth up on his lap, so that will be enough for pole if he can stay 0.5 tenth up. He goes a little bit wide through Luffield.
And he spun it. That's unfortunate there.
Get back round to the pits, and I think, 6 minutes, more than
enough time. Yeah,
more than enough time. We've got DJ and P4 on a lap at the minute, coming through Maggots and Beckett's.
As you can see,
not invalidating on the exit there, but he's 2 seconds down.
As you can see with no assist, the car looks so, I don't know, it's so slidey, I think is the right word, through those fast chicanes.
Yeah, you get a lot more rotation. As on board with Guy Rapke at the minute, he's 7/10 up, looking to improve by at least 2.5 seconds on his lap.
It's a nice safe line he's taking. Here's where the difficult
a little bit wide
section.
Through there. Just a little bit.
Keep hold of it.
A little bit. It's not quite the right line through there. Decent exit.
1.2
seconds up
on
his time, but he's still 9 tenths off Wes in P11 at the minute. Connor Hebb said he was watching the stream and forgot where he was going. This guy's going to cross the line. This is going to be in the 130s, I think, maybe 129. Yeah, that's P12. 12 who are putting a lap. We've got Chevel out lap. I think I'll go on board with him on his flying lap.
Yep. Big pressure lap for Cheb here. Because he's not going to have time.
Yeah, only 4 minutes left. But yeah, not enough time. So he's going to have to get it right here. I'll do my best to get the corner names right on this lap. Obviously, still is a weird track. All the corners are named rather than numbered. Alright, as he's gonna start his lap now. Alright, so turn 1, flat out, using all the track as wide as possible. Flat out through turn 2 into turn 3, not locking up, getting the car in, looking pretty nice there, staying off those red curbs, they will just spit you out. Nice through there again, getting a good exit onto the straight, DRS active midway through the corner. Coming into Brooklands, a 28.0, not the best sector one there. Through Luffield, getting the car rotated, getting a pretty decent exit. Down the Wellington straight, into Cops, small lift, straight back on the power, using all the track on exit, not invalidating there. Nicely done. Then into Maggots and Beckett's, trying to get as close to the car as possible without invalidating. That looks pretty nice there. Getting a good exit, not invalidating. He's going to be going down the hangar straight, DRS is open. Into Stowe, car there trying to get out of the way, easy to lose the rear end here. Use all the track on the exit, looking pretty nice. Into the Vale chicane, don't lock up, get it turned in. Once again, easy to lose around the last corner, but that looks pretty nice, using all the track available. Across the line for a 28.9, not the best.
While we were watching that lap, Pooney had put in a 127.4.
He has indeed, I missed that.
Is that nice three hundredths from Dario, who I believe is on a fast lap right now.
He is indeed. He's 6/10 up through sector 1. Derry absolutely flying here. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, he's gone wide. He's run wide. Yeah. He's not invalidated, but
that's going to be lap over for him. I think my telemetry update, I think he was about 2 seconds down when that happened anyway. I think he must have made another mistake before that. I think we've got close battle for pole at the minute though. 3 of them in the 27.4s. Greg with a low 27.5, so we've got a 4-way battle for pole position here. Because I think Punny is starting his final flying lap now, so we'll see what he can do.
We'll see if he can improve on his lap. I think he might have to.
I think so. I can see the guys behind definitely. The guys behind have only got to make half a tenth to make positions here. So any kind of improvement here for Punny will definitely be welcomed. Sector 1 is going to be at 27.6. That's 200ths up, which is still up. So he'll take
200ths is 200ths.
And how close is 200? All the difference is
Sir Gat.
How could you forget about Sir Gat? Putting in a 127.1. Massive improvement on his lap, and now 3 or 4 tenths of the improvement needed from the 2nd to 5th here to take that pole position away from him. That is a fantastic lap, and carrying on from his great pace in Monza here, Sir Gat. So I think we've got Punny coming through Maggots and Beckett's now, looking pretty decent.
Pretty tidy, yeah.
DRS over, he's currently 200ths down. There's a lot of time to make up, I think, through these last couple of corners. That's Derry's qualifying. I've just realised he's in the pits. That's him out of qualifying. P3 at the minute with a 27.4.
I think the last person over the line
from a Punny there
might be DJ Donnet. And he's going to have to put a
cross
good
the
lap
line, and that's going to be a 1:27. He improves by a thousandth.
A thousandth of a second.
And I think we've got Super Mikey up by about a tenth and a half coming through sector 2 through Cops. I think we'll see. I think he's the furthest forward at the minute.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Greg. Oh no, Greg's. Oh no, sorry. Greg's behind him.
Is Greg in front of him?
Yeah.
I thought Greg was behind him.
Greg's lap's over, so that's gonna be Greg P5, okay. I think. As DJ slots in, I didn't see that, about 300ths behind him. It's all gonna be on Super Mikey here. See if he can make a position. He's only got to make 400ths here to put himself into P2. So if he knows he's up, then he doesn't have to push too hard, but he'll want that pole position. Come into Vale Chicane, get on the curb a little bit there.
Nice and smooth through there.
Coming across the line. Can he take pole position? No, but he goes P2.
Not quite. That's a very good lap though.
A really nice lap as Greg comes down. That's qualifying over. Sir Gat will take pole position by about 2/10. Mikey about 800ths in front of Puneet, and then look how close that is from Puneet down to DJ.
Yeah,
literally a tenth.
I mean, DJ done it as well, putting in a 7th place lap there under pressure. He had no time.
Nice lap from him. Yep. Not sure what Sir Gat's doing.
Sir Gat's doing a lap of honour already.
Yep, he thinks he's won. He thinks he's won already. So this is going to be, look how close these qualifying times are. It's going to be a really, like literally 6/10 between 1st and 7th. I think there's going to be a really close race here. Obviously, going to be tough to keep it on the track for 29 laps, but
this is what we like to see.
Just pure pace-wise, it's going to be really close, hopefully. We've got 10 viewers in the chat at the minute.
Hello,
I hope
everyone.
everyone enjoyed another
great qualifying
really
session.
close qualifying. So Sir Gatline on pole, Mikey P2, Puneet and Derry on the 2nd row, Greg solid lap as usual from him, and DJ on the 3rd row. So a lot of people here are going to be looking at those quality times and thinking they've got the pace to win this.
I would imagine that the guys just behind too, DJ Donnet, Wiggy, all the way down to Wes, Chev, and Chris, etc.
They'll just be looking to take advantage, I think.
I think they will, yeah.
There's going to be a lot of battling here. Obviously, a track where it is easy to make overtakes on, so we should see a lot of moves, hopefully. It is relatively easy to overtake around here, so should be getting Joshua George. I am reading the chat. I don't know who Joshua George is, but...
Marshmallow, is it?
Oh, is it Marshmallow?
I think so. Yeah, he's
off.
Josh.
Be lonely. We don't want you. Go away.
No, don't say that. We need the viewers.
Don't go away. Stay. He said, "What's the odds on a Wiggy DNF?" I'll give you evens. To be honest,
I'll get on Paddy Power right now and we'll see. On Betfair, odds checker.
30 seconds till. Waiting for everyone to ready up for formation lap. We'll see what strategy's looking like.
I think the odds on anyone DNFing is quite high because at any point, anyone can spin. Even
although on this track, it is quite difficult to find a wall just because it's such an open track. So at least if you do spin on this track, you're probably just going to find the gravel. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that is a good point.
Hopefully we get a nice race here without any safety cars or anything.
No, I can't see that.
Yes, Marshmallow, you can put £1 on it.
Let's have a look then.
Look at the predicted strategy there. So, for top 5 all on mediums. We've got DJ in P6 on hards, and Wes in P12 on hards. So, only 2 hard runners in the whole grid, everyone else on the medium tyre. So you think 26 lap race, you'd probably take those mediums to what, lap 13? About lap 13?
No, not halfway, surely not. About 11.
Well, just maybe 11, 12. We'll see what the undercut's looking like as well. Get on those hard tyres early. Obviously, it's going to be tricky to warm those hards looking out the pits. And I think someone's already spun in the background there. So on cold tyres, you've got to be so careful.
I think because of the undercut, I'm not sure that the hard tyres are the correct choice to start the race. Because I think you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, not just with the compound, but with the undercut in the pits.
I can understand why Wes in P12 was starting on hards. Like, he does love an alternate strategy and down there, but DJ,
he does.
If it works, he's got a big advantage. But if it doesn't work, he's just gonna be massively out of position with all the guys.
Yeah, he's going to be dropping like a stone. It's a risk.
It is. Yeah, very risky. Marshmallow says hide the spectator menu.
I have hidden it. I only have it up to look at the tyres and I take it off. He needs to chill. Yeah, I've took it off. Yeah. It's he'll be 7 seconds behind. So.
I reckon turn the telemetry off as well, and the top right. Leave the.
Turn the telemetry off.
Just leave the gap on the left. That's all we need.
Well, lap data. I'll take the telemetry as well. All of them.
Yeah. Just whack it all off and just have.
Yeah, I'll just have the left with penalty details, so we can see.
Yeah, just have it so it's just the interval between each car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no problem.
Cool.
I'll keep map on. I do like the track map.
Yeah, go on, keep the map on. I've got all the telemetry up anyway, so I can just update.
There you go then.
When you need to. That's my job. I've got everything up. Got all the research.
Oh well, there you go then. And that's.
Yeah.
You see, we've only been doing this a couple of weeks, properly, so we're still in that learning process.
All right, so everyone's lining up now. It's a tough one into turn one here, side by side, flat out through turn one on coldish tyres is a sketchy one. So let's hope the drivers can keep it clean. Moments away now. I think I can hear the lights. All right. There's 5 red lights and we're underway for the British Grand Prix as Sagat gets away really nicely there. Actually, no, he doesn't. He's going to be under a bit of pressure. Just about stays ahead through turn one. I think everyone's got through clean there. I think.
Yeah, I think everyone's safe. Sagat has had a good start there, holding his position.
Greg through a Mikey. I think it's a P4 there.
Greg looking for P3 here as well. Of course, this is not the place you want to be doing it.
Bit of contact behind DJ, making a bit of contact on one of the Ferraris going off the track. Not ideal for him, not a great start.
Down in 14th. As Wiggy is looking very, very close to Wes here.
Yeah, on those medium compound as well. He's going to have a lot more grip than where you see he's almost right on his gearbox coming into Max and Beckett's.
Let's get him on board with him. Let's see just how close he's going to get coming out of here if he gets that good exit.
I think he needs to go for the move. I don't think he wants to sit behind Wes and get held up for too long. He's had a really poor exit coming out of
on the grass on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I think he's going to quite manage to get the move. He needs to want to get the move done sooner rather than later because on those mediums he's going to have way more pace, so he doesn't need to be losing time to the cars ahead. Sagat's already opened up a nice 6/10 lead at the front for Puneet. I think we've got Greg.
Greg is off the track.
Yeah, rejoins in P9. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but that's not getting a really good start there as well into P4, Greg, and then I think a bit of contact as we've got Chris off at the last corner there.
And Wes has gone across.
Yeah, Wes is off.
As Cheb takes advantage here and gets through on Wiggy.
Cheb's managed to get past his brother. Puneet's actually pulled out of the DRS of Derry, so Sagat's actually going to be under a lot of pressure on this next lap. Puneet only 3/10 behind him, so if he can keep close and go for a move on one of the DRS straights. Obviously, track limits around here as well, I think, will definitely play a big part.
Yeah, I can see some penalties.
Really, yeah. Already we've got 6 or 7 drivers with a warning. I think Greg's already got 2 warnings there. I'm looking at, so not ideal on lap 2 as Puneet here. Look at closing the gap, 2/10 now through Stowe. He's just got to take his time and get him on the DRS straight for Maggots and Beckett's.
So it's good to see Sagat racing under pressure like this. He has put in the fast lap as well there, Puneet.
I think
Derry
spins. That last corner is such a tough corner. That last corner, it's so easy to lose
tough.
the rear.
It looks it's a bit like Stowe. It looks pretty easy.
You'll be flat out in 5th gear and you'll spin if you turn a little bit too much, get too much power down. The Puneet 5/10 behind now, getting on the straights, using a little bit of battery there, using in the slipstream a lot more straight line speed on Puneet. with the help of that DRS coming through Luffield.
How's the battery management been so far for the guys at the front?
90% Puneet, and then Sagat about 70%. Not sure they'll use too much battling now. Puneet looking a lot faster. If he can just, obviously hard to follow through Maggots and Beckett's, but if he can just be 3 or 4 tenths behind coming out of Maggots and Beckett's, get a decent exit, use that DRS and overtake him coming into So, should be able to get the move done.
It is all about this exit though.
That looks like a pretty good exit. The
That's
gap's
pretty
3 tenths.
nice, yeah.
Turn on the DRS, use a little bit of battery. I don't think he's really going to attack him. No, I think he's just going to hold off and go again another time there.
Look how close they're getting there. That's
the gap to Super Mickey behind 3 seconds at the minute, so he's going to be hoping these two can battle as much as possible to give him a chance to catch up. I think we've got the 2 Ferraris going side by side through Vale chicane, although Victus goes a little bit wide.
I know.
Derry picks up 3 seconds.
Derry 3, yeah.
Now,
Tom B
teammate.
Yeah, Tom B has took
Tom B all over the back of Invictus
advantage
now
of this. With Greg right behind him, as we look behind.
So
look at
I think there's going to be a couple of DRS activated on this next race. I think we might see a couple of moves. There's another yellow flag, and that's Wes on the last corner. Tricky one. That's him spinning out. There's Greg right on the gearbox of Tom. Not quite got the straight line speed.
No.
Advantage to get past. There's Puneet, still about half a second gap between him and Sergat. Good little battle at the front.
Having a look on the outside. I don't think he'll go for it though. Surely not.
This is the main battle of the minute though. Down here.
Not necessarily. Puneet is down to.
Puneet's he's closing. Yeah, once again, I think he's going to be about 3 tenths behind Sergat coming out of Maggots and Beckett. So I think this time, just use a bit more battery and see if he can get the move done. Another
got the exit again.
Exit there. He's got the exit. He's got the DRS. He's going to go for it with the battery this time. No, he's not going to turn it off. I think if he was just a little bit more aggressive with his battery, he'd be able to make a move into So. He's just not. I just don't think he's trying to push too hard at this point of the race. As I think we've got about 5. I think we've got 5 or 6 car long DRS straight from DJ Stikovic,
all the way
Tom
down.
B and Greg, all in the DRS of DJ. As Puneet sets the fastest lap of the race by 8 thousandths there.
Again, though, look at Stikovic, right up there into 5th. Taking advantage of others' mistakes and having a really good start himself.
I think I've got to say DJ, on those hard tyres, showing really good pace so far to hold that position.
Yeah, to be fair.
I think actually made 2 positions in the start of the race, so he's had a great start to the race here, but Puneet with DRS again can't quite get close enough. He's looking Puneet, he just can't quite get close enough with the DRS at the minute.
As you say, if he's a little bit more aggressive with his battery, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting. Like, he's still got 84%, so I think he's just waiting for a clear-cut opportunity. Like, look at this, he's a tenth back now on Sergat. I think he's just waiting until he can. And a bit of track limits there.
Just a bit.
He's literally like he's almost pushing Sagat along through Maggots and Beckett at this point. As Wes has spun again in sector 1. As Puneet is going to be the closest he's been so far. Gets the better exit, a 10.5. Surely he's got to go for it this time. DRS active.
Yes, he's making the move.
He's trying to go round the outside at Stowe. But Sagat's going to try and keep it down the inside. But I think Puneet's just got a little bit more grip around the outside there. Makes the move stick. But Sagat's going to come back down into the Vale chicane.
Oh, the old switcheroo.
Puneet's going to go for the old switcheroo, but what a move from Gat to get that position back down the inside into Vale chicane. Absolutely quality move from him, and he's going to retake the lead of the race.
Lovely driving there from both.
Really lovely driving, side by side through Stowe and the Vale chicane there. So that's good racing. As I think Invictus Shotty in the Ferrari has been spun through the chicane.
Yeah, he has moved down a few positions there.
As Greg now, only 1 tenth away from Tom, goes round the outside.
He's made it.
Nothing Tom can do there. Tom all out of shape through turn 3. Yeah. Greg pulls away. I think
Sagat Sagat and Puneet again battling.
Yep.
Puneet's on the inside
Luffield,
there.
Through Luffield, I think that is as Puneet retakes the lead of the race. But Sagat's going to have the TRS again down the next race. Wes gets a 5-second penalty. Once again, the gap still only 2 tenths through Maggots and Beckett, so Puneet Dan's about 40% battery. Sagat about 30. Both of them draining their battery to try and get ahead of each other.
As the gap to third is now 3.6, by the way. They are still pulling away, even more.
Yep, that's the guy. I don't think he's going to be quite close enough. And Puneet's just had he's had the upper hand on the exit of Magnussen every lap so far. So, although Sagat's going to try and get a little bit of a switch back, get a better exit. I don't think he's going to be quite close enough to go down the inside into chicane again.
No, I think he's going to.
Puneet's going to lead the race coming into the 7th lap, and he'd be looking to pull away now. He's looked the faster of the two.
I mean, he's another fast lap put in by him there.
Sagat with that DRS behind, just staying close. Look at that, 2/10, under 2/10. I think with these two, the undercut here is going to could be massive in terms of the race win for one of these two, if it works out.
But then, does it come into play that
Sagat gonna go for it
on the inside? He's got him on the inside,
making the move stick. But once again, Puneet's going to come back through Luffield every time. Sagat's going to leave him enough room on the inside. Can Puneet get enough of a run? Not quite. Sagat using most of his battery to try and stay ahead.
At what point would the undercut not become an undercut, though? You know, you don't want to pit too early.
You don't want to pit too early because your tyres will be dead towards the end.
Yeah.
So it's just about timing it perfect and just seeing how the tyres are. And for these two at this point, because they're so close going back and forth, I think one of them will just try and undercut, just try something different just to get the upper hand. As down the inside into Stowe, Puneet leaving enough space on the outside. They're going to be going side by side into Belgian King. Sagat's going to have the inside line, break slightly later. Puneet's going to go for the old switcheroo twice.
So 3 seconds there for Wiggy, by the way.
Not going to risk it into the last corner. Wiggy, 3-second penalty. Once again, 2/10 going into turn 1. This is great racing between these two here. Literally absolutely nothing to separate them at this point.
I hope that everyone's enjoying this spectacle as much as I am watching these two race.
If we get 26 laps of this, I'll be nice. But at the minute, I can't call who's going to win.
No, they just.
I think it's going to be whoever's second place on the penultimate lap. No, on the last lap. Sorry, will win the race because it seems like the overtakes are getting done midway through the track, and if you can overtake on the last lap, you'll stay ahead going into onto the finish line. So
it seems to
I
me
think it's
like
about just picking your time and overtaking at the perfect time.
It seems to me like Sagat has got the pace through sector 1, but then through sector 2 and 3, Puneet's got the pace.
Puneet's come out, and I think Puneet. I think he's going to get another good exit here out of Magnussen Bay. I think he's going to go for it again into Stowe into the straight if he can get a good exit, which he a little bit out of shape there.
Not quite right that time.
I don't think he'll bother wasting battery. I think it's a little bit too far behind.
There's a 3-second for Invictus there.
Yep. So this is about the only battle we got on track at the minute. No one else really.
Although Greg is Greg's pushing.
And Greg in the DRS, but the only real racing happening between these two at the minute.
As Greg he's getting close. Although obviously we want to go back up to first and second. Sagat and Puneet still.
Definitely.
I don't think there's been more than half a second between them the whole race.
No, there hasn't. Oh, was Greg picks up at 3 seconds?
Oh, that's
okay. So that's massive. Penalty. That's not what he would have wanted in P6. Looking for a good amount of points here. Getting a 3-second penalty, not ideal. It's Puneet there. Could smell the fumes coming out the back of his car. He's that close. Literally millimeters between the cars. Puneet loses it, and that's going to drop him out of the DRS of Sagat. And that could be the first mistake we've seen in the entire race from either of the top two.
That could be a massive moment in terms of this race.
Definitely. Out of DRS now as well, so he's going to have to push his own ERS to get back into the DRS, so that's massive for Sagat. And I think at this point, Puneet should definitely be trying the undercut here. Second behind, just to try and make up a bit of time.
What lap would you estimate would be good for coming into the pits?
Puneet, lap 11 or 12 for Puneet. I think, or just, well, for anyone really, but
Yeah.
as he's already got the gap back down to 7/10, I think it is clear that Puneet is the faster of the two cars at the minute. But
we have Wes about to be lapped here. This could play into Sagat's hands if he can get some DRS.
Yep. And Tom B pits on lap 10. That's a relatively early pit stop from him.
If he believes that the tyres can go 16.
Gonna have DRS down this next straight just to pull a bit more time back. Using a lot of DRS here just to get back up close to him. There's now about 30% for both of them as well. So Puneet, that mistake hasn't really changed this race too much. He's managed to.
He's showing that time back. For me, he's showing the more pace. Puneet.
He's faster, but Sagat he just keeps fighting back. Just so easy to come back through on this track that Puneet just can't quite pull away.
That's a 5 for Guy.
Yep, down in P40, not going to make too much of a difference in his race. Where's the spun?
I think Wes. Did he spun or did he pull over? Did he spin? Oh no.
Spin, yeah, he's
unlucky.
And
Puneet's having
down the inside to Stowe again, about the 5th time this race. Once again, leaves enough space on the outside, but that outside line into Stowe is Sagat late into the pits there. Doesn't get a penalty, so Puneet, I think has got to pit at the end of this lap just to cover off. Just so the undercut's not too
powerful. So it's not going to be the undercut. This is.
But yeah, I think Sagat's being really clever through on the hanger straight there, taking the outside line into Stowe. Seems to have way more grip. You can just carry way more speed around the outside, and even if they get side by side, he's got the inside line into the Vale chicane. So Sagat at the minute defending really, really well.
It's almost like he's just literally giving him the inside.
Yep.
Let him have it.
So far, the outside has just kept he's managed to hold his position every time around the outside so far. So Puneet, if he can, needs to try and get to the outside early, but Gat's just not letting him get anywhere near that. He's forcing him to the inside every time, and so that'll be a 3-second for Puneet, and that'll be massive.
Could be
in the context
really
of this
costly.
Race. And that's not a place you want to get a 3 seconds. He was such a easy corner. He just cut slightly too much, not even gaining any time really from that. And that's not ideal. That's another one, and I think he's just got on the entrance there.
Is this all about pushing too hard to get into the pits?
I think he's pushing because of the undercut of Sagat. I think he's pushing really hard. DJ Donnet in P4 gets a 3 seconds.
I think this is playing into DJ Death's hands.
As Marshmallow wants to see the gap to the leader instead of like the individual gaps.
Yeah, we can do that. Just
for a little bit of time.
There you go. We can have the gap to the leader if you like.
Wes gets
a 3 second there. You did mention though that this track, especially with these conditions, with no assists, there was going to be quite a few penalties getting dished out.
Definitely, yep.
It's a good stop there, by the way.
Punji coming out of the pit at 2.2 seconds there, and it's going to be interesting to see whereabouts he comes out compared to Sagat here. We'll see whereabouts he comes out. Obviously, Punji stone cold tyres compared to Sagat's nicely heated tyres. And I think that's Sagat going through turn one now. As Punji spins across the track.
Spins out of the pit lane.
Those cold tyres, I said, didn't I? I've said those cold tyres come out of the pits are an absolute nightmare. As that Sagat massively as Greg has DNF'd in the pit lane, I think. I don't know if he has retired from session or has crashed, but that is Greg out of the session as Terry spins through the last corner. It's still so many spins through that last corner. So difficult to keep the pace through there. And a bit annoyed about that Puneet spin because we've been robbed of an absolute blockbuster finale to this race on this final stint on the hards.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to see at all.
Coming out of the pit lane as well.
Although those tyres, just those hards about 70 degrees, just got to be so careful. As Marshall said, this is going to be close. Yeah, not anymore, pal. Not anymore.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Apparently, Greg was having issues double shifting on his gear pedal, so not ideal for him. That's all there. going to be hard to race with that.
I think Toto will be unhappy with the performance.
Definitely. So, yeah. So Sagat 25 seconds at the minute behind the leader of the race. Obviously, Sagat's still in the net lead of the race. As, I think DJ's going to be, I think, the closest to him.
I believe so. Yeah. As Sagat's moved
Super
up
Mickey
there.
just by him as DJ on it with another 3-second penalty. Not what he would have wanted at all.
Has Sagat received any warnings so far?
I'll get on race control for you.
If he picks up a couple of penalties, it could be interesting.
So yeah, no, not received a single penalty yet. So Puneet got a cross the pit exit white line after he spun across the pit exit there. The gap already got the gap down to 24.7 to the leader. We got Marshmallow in the chat saying Wes's new wheel has brought him some pace. I see. Yep, agreed.
Little bit harsh.
$1,000 or what for? It's a bit rich coming from you, Marshmallow. Saying RR2.
RR2. The closest battle we've got on track right now is between Tom B and DJ Donnet. Obviously,
Super Mickey from the lead of the race is pitted now as well. But he's got a bit longer on those medium tyres.
Who's a 5 second
fight
to stick
at
a bit.
the minute?
Tom B and DJ Donnet, although obviously DJ Donnet's got a 6-second penalty.
Teammates as well, so
yeah, that's the only battle that's within
hard.
DRS right now.
Yep. There's Sagat. I think we've got Haas. We've got Derry off into the wall, I think, at the old pit straight.
I think he's got it moving though.
Yeah, he's all right. I think his front wing seems to be intact there. That's Punji in net P3 at the minute. So, from what looked like a win, possibly a win, P3 for him now. Not good.
Yeah, I don't suspect he'll be happy with that. Although there's still a lot of time, a lot of racing to be done. We still have 12 laps, and we have.
That's that same Haas again off at Max Beggett's.
Oh no, it's not.
It's
yeah, okay.
Derry again. His tyres are just absolutely cream crackers at this point. He's absolutely.
Yeah, I imagine they're cooked.
Yeah, as Wes makes a position round the outside of Derry. What a move from Wes.
Puneet now in within DRS. Oh, and DJ Death Dragon.
5 seconds. Yeah,
that could be a
Puneet
costly 5.
Serious pace here. Really good pace from him.
He's just put in a purple sector 2 again.
Safety car would help Puneet. Well, Puneet's been the fastest man on track this whole race. To be fair, he's looked a lot faster than Sagat, but spinning and getting that penalty has just ruined his day. Sagat sets the new fastest lap of the race.
I'm not sure for how long though, because Puneet is on a lap
in a low 130 here. Yeah, 130.2. So that's 0.6 quicker on that lap. Puneet Sagat. So if Puneet can keep 0.6 a lap, he might be able to catch Sagat. At some point in this race, obviously the 3-second penalty is not going to help at all, but he's just looking like by far the fastest on the track. He's going to try and go for him on Super Mickey here. And then pull away. If he can at least get P2 would be good for him.
I believe Derry is retired in the pits.
Yeah, understandable. As Puneet's going to go down the inside into...
That's an easy move for him there, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying through Luffield though, the Aston Martin. Not quite going to be able to get the exit though. So Puneet, I think the best possible outcome here is P2 for him. If he can just pull away 3 seconds from Super Mikey, take the P2.
As Tom B and DJ Donnet side by side, teammates here.
Yeah, down the old pit straight. He's going down the inside to the cops. No Verstappen Lewis through there for them. As DJ's going to stay in front going to Maggotts and Beckett's.
Tom seems to be flashing there for his ERS. I can't get Ron on board.
Yeah,
it looks like DJ's got more.
Yeah, DJ got 32 at the minute. Tom's using all of it here as well. I'm not sure why he's never going to make a move from that far behind. As Putty already pulled out, almost trying to pull out of the DRS of Super Mikey, 0.8 at the minute.
It is such a shame there that Puneet did spin. I think.
Yeah, we've been absolutely robbed.
It would. Yeah, I think.
I
think they'd still be battling right now. I think both of them.
I don't think we've really got any other battles on track at the minute either.
Not really, no. The closest one's Tom B, who's dropped back almost out of DRS.
Yeah, Super Mikey's almost dropped out of Puneet's DRS as well. Wouldn't mind a safety car here, just to spice it up a little bit. It's looking like it's going to be a little bit of a slow one, I think, to end this race. Not a lot going on at the minute.
I think caution is probably the most apt word. I think while people are obviously trying to push, I think they're pushing just a little bit cautiously, making sure that they, keep the car pointed in the correct. Oh, and that's a Red Bull.
Yeah, Wiggy.
It was Wiggy. It was Wiggy in the Red Bull there. Only 2 DNFs through 16 laps.
And both just in the pit lane as well. So
yeah.
So I got 29.9. So I got putting a bit of pace on now.
Super Mikey has been able to keep within the DRS of Puneet.
If he can stay there, or at least stay within 3 seconds by the end of the race, because it's fair. We completely forgot DJ Dragon on the alternate strategy. Only 3 seconds behind the podium at the minute.
He does have that 5-second penalty though.
He does. We'll see what he can do from there on those fresh tyres. Looking quick.
I think that's why Tom B is pushing so hard, because he knows he's got a 6-second penalty in front of him and a 5 in front of that.
Yep. Definitely.
As we will look again, the gap to the leader as it stands. Well, a lot can be said about Wes and the pace, as Marshmallow was saying. On the new wheel, he has stayed in 17 laps now, relatively incident-free, which I'm sure he'll take positives from.
Definitely. The only person even in DRS at the minute is Tom B, and that's still just about in DRS, so...
I don't know if we... did we miss this? The DJ Death Dragon getting a 1:29.5 there. Fast lap.
Really good lap from him. Really good lap.
I would bet the Williams wish they could do laps like that in real life. As I believe is that Wes with the yellow flag there. There's a battle on here for 12th now. As Guy goes through on Wes, I think Wes might have had an incident,
I believe so, yeah. For a change.
I'll say it because I said that I was going to say it. He saw a bin at the side of the track and... I'm sorry, Wes. I said I was going to say it. Yeah, Puneet's just pulled out of DRS on Mikey, as you mentioned. It's difficult.
Chubb 3-second penalty in P11. So at the minute, the entire grid, apart from Tom B, Super Mikey, and Sergat with at least a 3-second penalty at this point.
That could
penalties and
if those guys can finish the race with no penalties, that could be a huge advantage.
Definitely.
Wes having it. He's getting close here to Guy. I'm riding on board with Wes at the minute. He is currently P13, looking at P12, but this is a good battle here.
Yep, until Wes spins. He's going around the outside into turn 3, down the inside. He's going to let him run deep, and he's going to go for the old switcheroo onto the straight. Can't quite get an exit through there. It was really wide.
We'll have the DRS, but he's not close enough.
Nowhere near.
Puneet has brought it down to 6.7. I don't know how much GAT is currently, should we say, coasting. And there's Ferrari been in an incident there. I believe that's Invictus.
Yep.
As we can go to Stikovic, he's gaining on his teammate here, on Invictus Shotty. Not quite though. I think the only, well, he's within DRS now. I think the biggest battle there is for P12.
Yeah, at the minute. Literally, everyone else is about 2 seconds away from each other. There's not really anything going on the track at the minute. They're actually going to get lapped, I think, here by, is that Puneet going through?
Yeah, that's Puneet in P2.
So 2 laps down, I think, for Wes now, and Guy.
You can just see from Wes's point of view there, Puneet flashing on the ERS. It must be around that 10-15% mark. Oh, and there's a spin from Wes there. Very unfortunate.
That's riding up top at the minute. Super Mikey at the minute. 2.4 seconds behind. 2.4 seconds behind Puneet. And Puneet with that 3 seconds, it means he still needs to pull out another 6/10 here to be ahead of Super Mikey for the second place. So not maybe side by side racing, but some close racing just time wise and penalty wise.
Yeah.
In the podium positions here for that P2. It's if Mikey for 6 laps to just hang on to 3 seconds and get himself a cheeky podium. I'm very happy with that.
I kind of see Puneet as well, really pushing.
Yeah, he will be pushing hard.
That could also lead to more penalties.
Both of them flashing here, neither of them with much ERS left.
I would assume that Sagat has got quite a bit of ERS. He's not had to use
46% at the minute.
Yeah.
There's Puneet, in fairness to him, has been quick, really quick, but that spin has just cost him way too much time and the penalty. So,
I mean, if you take the amount of time that the spin cost him off, he's probably in first at the minute.
Yeah, for sure.
On track. I mean, you don't know with the 3 seconds, but
was Puneet? That's going to cost him about a second, about 0.5 of a second there. Super Mikey, that's massively helped Super Mikey in his challenge for second here. Only 2 seconds behind him now, so Puneet with another mistake there, and Mikey's going to be really fucking pushing to hopefully be able to get into P2 at the end of this race with that 3-second penalty. Marshmallow said Gary ruined Wes's race and has had 3 incidents since saying he's been relatively incident free.
I apologise, Wes.
As we've not really got anyone.
No, just watching Puneet at the minute and Super Mikey. It's unfortunately there's nobody really close enough. As soon as somebody gets within that DRS range, which we have almost with Stikovic.
As Wes has spun again.
That's 4 for those that are counting.
We'll have to start calling him Anthony, I think, from now on. There's a 2.4 now, the gap. In second place.
He needs to just keep that pace up. Just 4 more laps.
He is faster, but it's only about a 1/10 a lap at the minute faster. So I don't think, unless he can get a good lap or if Mikey makes a mistake or gets a penalty himself, I don't think Puneet's going to have enough time to pull away the 3 seconds. I think if he didn't have that mistake, he would have just about got it to 3 seconds coming to the end of the race. But that half a second that he lost could be absolutely crucial.
It could be, yeah.
Towards the end of this race. So Mikey's just got to put in the laps here. 22% battery for him and Punji 13%. So a tad bit more battery for Mikey. Might get him. Just that might be the difference at the end of the race with the time he needs.
I have to mention on the alternate strategy in 4th here, DJ Death Dragon.
Yeah, he's a really good pace.
Yeah,
he's I think securely in 4th at the minute. So a really good race from him. 2.9, almost 3 seconds down the gap. So Hoodie putting on a bit of extra pace here to try and pull out that 3 seconds, but
I don't think Mikey's done anything necessarily wrong.
Hoodie's just been the fastest man on track.
Yeah.
In this race. 2.8 now, so not quite getting out of that 3 seconds here. Panini almost 3, just tip it over 3 seconds there.
It's there, yeah.
But one little mistake or anything, and he'll lose that time. As we've got a yellow flag.
I think that's Chev in sector 1 in the Haas.
It is indeed. I thought that was Sagat there. I was like, oh my days. But yeah, Chev. Chev going really, really wide there.
I think he's staying out of the way as well.
Yeah, I believe so. So we had a really good quality and a really good opening stint to this race here, but it's not been a very entertaining second half, has it? With Puneet spinning out.
No,
it's kind of took away all the excitement, and everyone else is 2 foot. No one's even within about 2 seconds of each other at the minute. So I think all eyes just on Mikey and Puneet here to see claim P2.
I'm currently riding with Mikey to see. Can he
3
do
tenths
it?
Now Puneet has to Mikey 3 tenths, so pulling out that gap.
Do you, is there a scenario where you start to even unconsciously drive more safely, knowing that there's 2-3 laps to go? You know, you want to push for that second place if you're Mikey, but you also don't want to over push.
Yeah, I think at this point you can see that. Although I think I might put him in a little mistake there, but I think Mikey can see that. But I think he has to push because it only takes another one mistake that loses half a second for Puneet, and all of a sudden Mikey's back in. So I think he will keep pushing, just in case Puneet makes a mistake that allows him back in. But yeah, I don't think he'll be pushing it right to the limit, just because he has got P3 secured as long as he keeps it pointing the right way. A 7-second gap plus the penalties that DJ has.
Yeah, there's 5 seconds with the penalties as well.
Yeah, exactly. So he's in a great position here, Mikey, for a podium. So as Wiggy moves into P9 at the minute, I think it's a P9 there.
Yeah, for 2 points. And
so he's looking at P8, although penalties for him and no penalty for Tom, probably not enough time to pull away there.
Still, it's some action on track. So we can watch this.
DRS is actually going to be activated, hopefully, for the first time in a long time.
I think it might be rusted up. It might not even work. It's been that long. I don't think it will, actually. I think he's just out.
I believe so. I think he's just about got it at the detection, but he's not going to have it on the next. And he's weaving there. Not sure why he's weaving, but yeah, that's 3.8 now, the gap. So Puneet, he's been very fast, and in fairness to him, he's kept cool and managed to, at least at the minute, secure that P2 as it stands. He's had good pace on Mikey, so he's had a good race, Puneet.
Yes, and I think he's done really well not to lose his head.
Definitely. He's made multiple mistakes in this race, but he's come back and kept his focus here, so... I don't think Puneet's had one warning since his 3 seconds, so he's still got another one in the bag if he needs it before he's going to get a 3 seconds. So for him, 4-second gap for Puneet now. Just keep this point in the right way.
Yeah.
Don't need to push too hard. He's managed to get the gap down to 4 seconds. To be fair to Sagat, he's had the pace on him, but Sagat's defense in the early stint of the race to keep him close was good, and then Puneet sitting out the pit lane has cost him the race there.
I think the mental strength that Puneet has... I mean, it was so easy after the incident, the one in the pit lane especially, to more or less give up.
Yeah.
You know, and he didn't. And he's come back.
Chased down and overtook Mikey on track, and then pulled a 4-second gap to him has been impressive.
Yeah. All credit to him.
3.6. There's DJ gets another 3 seconds.
Another 3.
Not going to cost him any positions, I don't think, though.
I mean, he's got it down to 3.6 now. I mean, Sagat could be lifting a little bit, coasting around.
I don't think Sagat's really... he's at 81% battery. I don't think he's using any battery. He's just taking it as safe as possible. As,
It's the correct.
last
It's
lap,
the correct thing to do.
definitely last lap of the race now, and Mikey 3.5, so he's still got all to play for here if he can keep pushing. And if Puneet makes a mistake, but to be a high, he's got a bit of battery to play with as well here. 3.3, so all of a sudden, 25% battery to Puneet's 5%. Mikey might be in the race here for P2 if he can have a really good last lap here. But he's going to need a really, really, really good lap here to be able to make 4/10 on Puneet. And we've got yellow flag, that's Wes off.
Wes again.
Not seen that yet today, have we? Bloody hell. Wes off again at the exit of Magnussen and Beckett. It's not ideal. 3.2, Mikey. He's closing in. Puneet,
theoretically, if you're Mikey now, where would you use that battery? Coming out of Maggots and
Beckett, yeah. Just use all of it down that straight.
Yeah.
And I think he's taken a couple of track limits there as well. I mean, if you got him in the bag, then take him to gain a 10th. But
yeah.
He's 3/10 up on his own personal best time at the minute, but 3.3.
Just putting a purple sector 2 just on the last lap there, just to make sure.
And I think we're going to go on board here with Sagat, and Sagat is going to win the British Grand Prix. A very nice drive. No mistake. Just no mistake from him in the race.
With a fast lap
at the minute. There's no mistakes from him in the race. Just defended brilliantly, attacked brilliantly, and defended so well. Has been so consistent. As Puneet takes P2 after spinning out. Mikey by 2/10, 3/10, takes the last position on the podium. Like, really good drive from him. As
a good day
DJ
a good day for Mikey.
Takes P4. I think the other DJ
maybe
is going to take P5.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we were being robbed of the race we deserved there between Sagat and Puneet, unfortunately. But a good race.
Again, as always in this league, credit to all the drivers really for taking the plunge.
Yeah.
As we're watching Stikovic come over the line here. Tom B, one of the few without penalties. Credit to him. Yeah, definitely. They're an 8.
As he's going to be P8, Wiggy's going to take P9. Cheb, I think. Yeah, they've already finished.
Oh, Wiggy with the... Love to see it. A little bit of flair there at the end.
So that's going to round out a good race to start with. Not the most exciting second half of that race, but a good win for Sagat.
As we watch
really fast.
The final guy coming over the line.
There he goes. Crosses the line to end the race.
On those softs at the end. Yeah, GG's to everyone there.
Sagat's going to extend his lead massively at the top. There.
Yeah, because I believe second and third.
He's the only person in the top 5 actually racing this week.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So Tom B is the only person who's actually who's the closest to him. He's got points there. Puneet in P10 on 18 points. So he's going to double his points tally after just one race. So that's a good result for him.
Yeah, I must say he had an excellent race. And DJ Death Dragon there, from 6th to 4th. Regardless of who was giving it in game, who's been your driver of the day?
Sagat, I think, just solid pace, really good with his defending and attacking, just no mistakes, and fastest lap. So
yeah,
Sagat for me, driver of the day.
Plus pole as well.
Exactly.
In qualifying.
A perfect weekend for Sagat there. Handled the pressure really, really well with Puneet, and then just cruised. Really good performance from him.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Unfortunately, as Louis mentioned, the second half of the race didn't live up to the expectations or the standard of the first half in qualifying. Still an interesting race. It was still a good watch. And I believe we'll be back Tuesday.
Yeah.
RR Plus. Definitely. Because Sunday we're actually racing for a change.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to tune into myself or Louis racing at Bahrain, obviously it would be without commentary. I struggle to race without commentary, so commentating is just out of the question. Yeah. So enjoy your weekend, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe and all that bollocks. And we'll see you on Tuesday.
Yep, we'll see you later.